There's something in South Korea that all guys just can't escape from. Yep, it's the military. In South Korea, every male between the ages of 18 and 30, unless they have a special physical or mental condition, spends around 2 years in the military. This mandatory service applies to everyone: K-pop stars, actors, and politicians. Even our beloved BTS recently enlisted, along with many famous actors and business tycoons. War deployment, overseas missions. In countries like the US or Europe, they mostly have a volunteer military. People take various tests and acquire specialized skills for actual warfare. But what about Korea? Here, we have both conscription and voluntary enlistment. Conscripts serve for 2 years due to legal obligations, while volunteers sign up for at least 4 years, often starting as squad leaders for conscripts. Most conscripts, unlike their US counterparts, don't undergo intense training. They learn basic stuff like handling firearms and grenades and carry out fundamental tactical drills. And what about famous singers like BTS or NCT? Well, some of them do undergo the same training, but many celebrities serve in military bands or as entertainment soldiers, performing shows for other soldiers in local communities. What about soldiers' pay and benefits? What's the pay like for South Korean soldiers? It's relatively low. While it varies based on rank and service duration, it's generally lower than the civilian minimum wage. An average soldier earns about $7,000 a year, just a fraction of the $70,000 average in the US. BTS, who earned $45 million last year, will now be making just $7,000 over the next 2 years. The low salary is likely due to the conscription system and the defense budget constraints. What about other perks? Soldiers typically have access to internet cafes, convenience stores, karaoke rooms, and sports facilities within the base. But these amenities can be quite limited given the number of personnel. Many restrictions. Korean soldiers operate under many restrictions. Until a few years ago, they couldn't use cell phones at all. But now, it's allowed outside work hours. They can't leave the base freely, only during their limited vacations, which happen about 5 to 6 times a year. Life in the barracks involves sharing a small space with about 10 people, fostering social skills in a communal, living environment. Recently, there have been efforts to improve the conditions in the military, easing some restrictions and enhancing facilities. Remember, Korea is still technically at war with North Korea. Although it's been peaceful for a long time, conflict could erupt any time, and our soldiers are out there protecting the nation. Let's send them all our support. That's all for now. This was K-Mon. Thanks for tuning in.